Hello, my fantastic fellow Earthlings. Welcome to Vigilance. This is Brady Rose. This is my first video ever, so I'm jumping straight into the shithole. Later, a new study shows that more Americans are arrested for marijuana possession than all violent crimes combined. How this affects our society. And Elon Musk responds to sex party allegations made in the book Breaking in the Boys Club. What a time to be alive. What a day to start. This is Vigilance. During a closed-door meeting on immigration, Senator Durban alleges that President Trump called El Salvador, Haiti, and the bulk of African countries shitholes. The media reacted quickly and feigned shock that President Trump would say something so vulgar, as they repeated it over and over and over again. Republicans have come out in defense of the comments, and while I largely don't care what Chuckles says anymore, I guess we're going to break this down. The media on the left are quoting Trump's long history of bigoted statements and views to justify calling the comments racist, and this is very hard to argue against. Fred and Donald's discrimination in housing developments, his comments on the Central Park Five after their acquittal, spreading birtherism, calling Latin Americans drug dealers, rapists, and murderers, and some of them are good people. The Muslim ban, Charlottesville, even accusing Ted Cruz's father of assassinating JFK just because he's Cuban. So what is the answer given by Republicans? The most common defense is that it didn't happen, but if it did, it wasn't bigoted because it can be interpreted as a merit-based immigration argument. That if we created a hierarchy of countries from which we allow immigrants based on the likelihood of the natives being able to assimilate to American society, these countries wouldn't be as high on the list as European or select Asian countries that already embrace Western ideology. And thus, it is not racist, but instead a crassly stated reality. That is, if you ignore his long history of making bigoted statements for ratings. Now, Republicans affiliated with the White House are rebranding the statement as him saying that they are from shit house countries, but I'm honestly not sure how that's going to help in the long run. And a source within the White House says that Trump called one of his friends immediately after the comments became public to brag about how he had done it to play to his base. So my feelings are he's probably going to end up admitting that he said this, but by the time he does admit that he said it, we're going to move on to the next scandal that he has perpetuated. And my issue here is on both sides of the aisle. First, Republican argument that having a merit-based immigration system would put these countries at the bottom of the list is incredibly unlikely. According to the senior analyst at the Migration Policy Institute, African immigrants are more likely to be educated and to seek higher education than domestic American citizens. The article will be linked in the description below, but here's a quote that I wanted to pull from it. Badalova, who is the senior analyst, her research found that of the 1.4 million immigrants who are over 25 or older, 41% have a bachelor's degree compared to 30% of all immigrants and 32% of U.S.-born population. Of the 19,000 U.S. immigrants from Norway, a country Trump reportedly told lawmakers is a good source of immigrants, 38% have college educations. Now, at the same time, the media is making a mistake by attacking Trump this way. They know that they can't attack him on actual policy, because they know that Democrats are far more aligned with Trump's policies than they'll ever want to admit to you. So they're depending on these constant scandals to distract the base from the fact that the Democratic leadership is largely on board with Trump doctrine because they have the same donors. Now, this could come back around and hurt the Democrats in the midterm elections, but that also depends on conservatives who are in the public eye not digging these holes any deeper. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for new content coming to this channel. Take care, and as always, be vigilant.